You know, technology has really made our lives a lot easier, including in times of desperation. You know, I can remember as a child there being power outages because of a storm and my dad reaching for the flashlight. It was completely dark in my house, but my dad knew exactly where that flashlight was. And even to this day, I remember the brand, Maglite. My dad swore by this flashlight. Why? Because no matter how dark it was, no matter how big the room was, with a click of a button on this Maglite, the entire room would be illuminated. It was amazing. And I knew from that point on, if I ever get a flashlight, I want the most powerful, I want a Maglite. But what about when you're outside? Not a room anymore, but when you're outside on a long road, side road, by yourself, and the sun is beginning to set, and you start to realize that maybe the area you're in is not the best area for you to be in. What are you praying for? As the darkness is coming over the area, and as you're feeling just a little bit uneasy, what do you begin to pray for? The street lights to come on. Why? Because there's something about the light that brings comfort, like, now I'm safe. Now I can see where I'm going. And the street lights have the power to illuminate the entire street. But what about a large stadium? Now in America, coming up soon, we're going to be watching the Super Bowl. Thousands and thousands of people will gather together for this culmination of a season to watch two teams battle for this prize at the Super Bowl. Thousands of people. Now I want you to think about something. This game goes very late. If the stadium is dark, there will be a problem. So what do the engineers, what do the coaches, what do the owners of the stadium have to ensure is working properly so that there will be no problems? The stadium lights. Their goal is to avoid issues, is to avoid problems by keeping the stadium lights in check, by keeping the stadium lights working properly, so that on the evening of the game, the Super Bowl game, everyone can see clearly and focus on the game because the stadium lights are working properly. Now we have lights powerful enough to brighten a room, powerful enough to brighten a street, and powerful enough to brighten a stadium that can hold thousands and thousands of people. But what about this world? I mean, has technology gotten so good to where there's an application or maybe there is something that we can buy that can light up the entire world? No. No matter how sophisticated technology may be, no one has ever created anything that is powerful enough to light the entire world. That is, no human being. You see, the truth is, there is a light powerful enough to brighten and to lighten the entire world. That light is you. You see, the Word of God tells us that we are the light of the world. I want you to think about that. God did not say, you are light. He said, you are the light of the world. You see, just like when you walk down a street that's dark and you feel a little bit nervous because the darkness is not comfortable. And just like when you're in a home and the power goes out and you search for that flashlight, that Maglite, it is the same way in this world. This world is full of darkness and people are searching for lights. Not lights that can be purchased. They need true light. And that light can only be found in God. And God has placed you on this earth to be His representative, to be His light, the light of the world. Today I pray that we will remember that we are the light of the world and that God has called us to shine bright. Now with the mag light that my dad loved so much, it received power from a battery. And the street lights and the stadium lights receive power from electricity. But as lights of the world, the only thing strong enough to power us is God and His Word. His gospel is the power. Let's remember to keep Him as the source of our light. God bless and have an amazing day.